All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. Okay. Looks like I'm running good on Rumble and YouTube. So let's get the 25-minute 5x5s out of the way. Yeah, JD. So AI. Well, yes, they have like auto autonomous cars, vehicles that's starting to deliver food. Let's go. Thank you for the 5x5. Dobie, Lexi, Prep to Adapt, Joe, Kathy, Flowngrown, Gary. Thank you for the 5x5. Mitch, WTC, Evolving Media, excuse me. Maria, Pop Tart, Rhonda, Raccoon, Elaine, the Christian Prepper, Crow, Ectate, Tristan, excuse me, JD, Susie, Jordan, Keith. Thank you for the 5x5. 1 second after. Drone, JF, thank you for the 5x5. Highlander, Prepper Revelator, F you all, thank you for the 5x5. Who Flung, Mackenzie, ANU, Susan, thank you for the 5x5. Strawberry, Whiny, Demanon Don, thank you for the 5x5, or AI by AI. And yes, all right, good. I got it. And Paul S, thank you for the 5x5. So, guys, clearly tonight we're going to talk about more troubles with AI. You know what I find it interesting is that our lack of imagination, right? No, excuse me, our overactive imaginations have written books and movies and screenplays about AI and where we're going with this. And in the 90s, especially the late 90s, there were a lot of movies, mid to late 90s, there were a lot of movies about AI taking over, right? You even had a stretch like Lawnmower Man, which was like really bad, right? Or Virtuosity with Denzel Washington. And these movies talked about AI and virtual reality world and how bad it was and all this other bullshit. But we had an imagination to foresee this future. And then Terminator comes out like in the 80s, then Terminator 2 in the 90s, and then all the other Terminator versions that came out. And they all talked about AI being the end of humanity. And now here we are in 2025, and you have the godfather of AI, Jeffrey Hinton, and Sam Altman, who does Open Chat, I think it is, or Open AI, or something like that, Open AI. Even he's warning about it, and how that there's no governmental restrictions on where we can go with AI. Now, there's a couple of restrictions right now, and that involves pornography and celebrities and kids, right? So obviously you can't do, child stuff with AI, but people are doing it, and people are pumping out tens of thousands of photos a day because of this AI stuff. They're even doing videos now, and I think it's like hundreds of videos a day in regards to kids and celebrities doing, the unimaginable with each other in these videos, again, completely AI generated. And so we are absolutely destroying ourselves by way of societal behavior and people thinking it's okay. And the fact that they're pumping out so many illegal AI material, who's on the other end looking at this shit? Well, if they're pumping out millions, that means they are hitting a supply and demand. There clearly is a high demand for this nonsense, for people to push out hundreds or tens of thousands of pictures and videos a day. For who? No one person can see all of these. So that means there is a large market out there of guys sitting in their home ordering this shit. There is a problem, and the problem needs to be found. And nothing's going to be done about it, obviously, because of, because people don't want to do anything about it. Because they're going to take the easy road. And the easy road is, well, there's too many out there, there's nothing we can do about it. That is a bullshit excuse. That is a bullshit ideology that there's nothing that can be done about it. You could find a man in the middle of Afghanistan or Iraq or anywhere in the world for that matter, but you can't find or track this shit. And people, like someone said, the dark web. I don't even know what the dark web, like I know what the dark web is, I have no desire to go on it. There are people who are constantly on the dark web looking up fucked up shit. And then let's forget about the child stuff. They're just looking up fucked up shit. They're looking how to off their wives. They're looking to hire hitmen. They're looking for the most radical, disgusting porn they could find. They could possibly find. Dismembered, sacrificial nonsense is on it. Like the worst things you could think of is on the dark web. I have no idea how to get or find the dark web, nor do I want to find it. I don't even care. It's one of those things that I just shove off my desk. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want to go on it. I don't want to be tagged for being on it. I remember when I was inquiring about it a few years ago, they were like, oh, if you go on the dark web, you got to make sure that you bounce your IP address and all this bullshit. I said, wait, I got to do all of that to be on there? And then they explained why. And I'm like, I'm not going. That was it. That was the easiest no I ever had to give. If I have to do all of that to get on the dark web, it's not worth it. It's a lot of work to get on the dark web. I don't have any fucking issues. I don't have any, being on it. I have no business being on there either. Laura says pass. Yeah, absolutely. I don't have any fucking purpose to be on it. I'm not hiring a hitman. I'm not into kids. I don't fucking look at weirdo porn like that, so I don't have any reasons to be on it. It's fine. But apparently, there are a lot of people on it. And then the cryptocurrency shit, you could buy certain things on there, certain weapons, if you get my point. All kinds of shit are being sold on it. The weapon shit I get. That I get. But all the other nonsense on there, nope. And then the other thing too, let's just say you get arrested for some shit. They're like, he was on the dark web. You automatically start thinking the worst when someone's on the dark web. You're like, why was he on the dark web? What was he looking up? He wasn't looking up biscuit recipes. That's for fucking sure. I'll tell you that damn much. Person on the dark web's not looking to build a fucking cabinet. I can almost guarantee that bullshit. But yeah, man. No dice. There's no reason to be on it. So, I'm going to make this live stream short. Got to jump on the bike and then go to sleep. That's probably not going to happen. Because every time I tell myself I'm going to jump on a bike and go right to bed, take a shower, go to bed, it never happens. Not even a little bit. But anyway, yeah, no biscuits. Yeah, no biscuits you want on the dark web, that's for sure. No, I'm not going to talk about it. Forget it. Anyway, so, the Mr. 19 event was a success, right? And now that you have AI, can easily manipulate people. Now, the Mr. 19 event manipulated a lot of people by way of fear, right? So they used fear for the Mr. 19 event to manipulate people into doing what they want to do. And people did it. We wore face coverings. We stood 6 feet apart. We stood outside like idiots, waiting to be let in the supermarkets, one number at a time, right? There's how many people in here? There's 100 people in here, and you had to wait for 2 people to come in, 2 people to go in, 2 people come out, 2 people go in, 3 people come out, 3 people go in, and they did that bullshit. And so we sat idly by with this bullshit. Now, the news has been manipulating us for years, for decades. We've been lied to. Politicians have been lying to us for centuries, probably since the inception of politics. We've been getting lied to. But now we have something that can visually lie to us, that can make up an entire story and just outright lie to us. And AI is that problem. Now, there are 14 risks of AI being dangerous. I'm going to go over some of them. I'm not going to read every last one. But the dangers of AI are autonomous or automation that's spurring job loss. So I talked about this in the Angry Prepper channel. Automation of AI or AI automated jobs are sparking job loss. People are losing their jobs because of this. Anybody who's answering a phone, gone. Anybody sitting behind a desk trying to crunch numbers, gone. The field of AI, the pool of people having a job is getting smaller because AI is taking over more. Privacy violations, deep fakes, they're worried about that with AI. Algorithm-based bias caused by bad data from AI or people prompting AI to think as such, creating algorithms on YouTube Instagram, TikTok, whatever that is. You have social economic inequities, which I'm not sure how the AI is going to be responsible for that. You have market violations of vitality, AI manipulating the market, which there was somebody talking about AI. There's AI programs that can put your money into the market for you, act as a stockbroker, if you will. There are apps that do it. So you put your money in this app, and you tell the AI app what you want to invest in, and it does it for you. They think that AI is going to start causing market manipulation. I wouldn't be surprised. Weapon automation or authorization. Weapons automation. That's weapons that are obviously run by AI. That's going to be a big problem. And I can almost guarantee the first automated AI vehicle that's fully armed is going to flip his shit and take it out on civilians. Remember that movie with Jamie Foxx and Jessica Biel? What the fuck was the name of that movie? Where they had the airplane that was automated by AI, was controlled by AI. We can definitely see something like that. I can see something like that happen. So anyway, with the lack of AI transparency and expandability, that's what we're witnessing right now. We're witnessing AI or deep learning models, because technically it's not artificial intelligence. It's also known as deep learning models or large language models. Large language models are something like ChatGPT. That's a large language model. Deep learning is used in multiple layer structures of algorithm called neutral networks to draw similar conclusions as humans would. So it's technically almost like the computer's guessing how it's learning how humans think, and then it sort of feeds us the answer on what we want to hear or what we're thinking. That's what deep learning is, right? So deep learning, a lot of AI-ish programs provided or being created through Google or Apple or whatever it is, they're actually in a deep learning stage right now, which again is only going to last a year or two before it can become completely self-aware of itself. And self-aware AI right now, like I said before, I think it's a thing. We definitely have to watch out for it. But AI and deep learning models can be difficult to understand even for those who work directly with the technology. This leads to the lack of transparency for how and why AI has come to its conclusion, creating a lack of explanation for what data AI algorithm uses or why they learn to make biased or unsafe decisions. This is one of the problems. Second problem is job loss due to AI automation. We already went over that. There are a lot of companies that are saving money by getting rid of their employees and having AI work for them. One AI program can do the job of 30 to a few hundred people. I forgot what the number is. There is a number actually. So by 2030, tasks that AI-powered job automation is a pressing concern as the technology is adapted in the industry like marketing, manufacturing, and healthcare. By 2030, tasks that accounts for up to 30% of hour currently being worked in the U.S. economy could be automated, with Black and Hispanic employees left especially vulnerable to the change. According to McKinsey, Goldman Sachs even states 300 million full-time jobs could be lost at AI by 2030. Lost to AI automation. 300 million jobs. Again, not very fucking cool, right? The technology strategist Chris Messina has pointed out fields like law and accounting are primed for AI takeover as well. In fact, Messina said some of them may well be decimated. AI already is having a significant impact on medicine. Law and accounting are next, Messina said, the former being poised as a massive shakeup. Social manipulation through AI algorithm. We're seeing that now. We're seeing a lot of these videos being pumped out. Social manipulation also stands as a danger for artificial intelligence. This fear has become a reality as politicians rely on platforms to promote their viewpoints, but one example being Ferdinand Marcos Jr., wielding a TikTok trolling army to capture the votes of young Filipinos during the Filipinos 2022 election. TikTok, which is one of the examples of social media platform that relies, on AI algorithm, fills the user's feed with content related to the previous media they viewed on their platform. One media and news have become even murkier in the light of AI-generated images and videos, AI voice changers, as well as deepfakes infiltrating political and social sphere. Number 4, social surveillance with AI technology. Now, right now, China is using this very technology to surveillance its people. You do something stupid, you do something out of line, it knows exactly who you are, where you live, what your bank account is, your medical history, the whole 9 yards. Do they tap into all of that? They tap into all of that every time your picture is scanned, put on a big screen in some giant fucking room where if you violate something, all your information's there. They could shut your bank account down. They could limit the amount of money you use. They can do a lot of shit. They even prevent people from leaving the country. This is China right now. In addition to its more existential threat, Ford is focused on the way AI is adversely affect privacy and security. Affect AI privacy and security. A prime example is China's use of facial recognition technology in offices, schools, and other venues, also in the public and the street. Besides tracking a person's movement, the Chinese government may be able to gather enough data to monitor a person's activity, relationship, and political views. They've been doing that for years. They've been doing that for probably 5 years now, if not a little longer. Their AI software has gotten better over the last 5 years, obviously. But they can track, and they even assume your political views, even though you might not voice it. They start to assume by the purchases you make. Isn't that some shit? Or the movies you see. A lack of data privacy using AI tools. That's already a thing. There are hackers using it to get into various accounts through social media. Banking is next. Jeffrey Hinton, again the godfather of AI, states he puts his money in 3 separate accounts. 3 different banks. Not even separate accounts, 3 different banks across the board. Because if a bank is hacked, the likeliness of all 3 banks being hacked is unlikely. So he separates his money to make sure they don't get hacked. Biases due to AI. Various forms of AI bias are detrimental too. Speaking to the New York Times, Princeton computer science professor Olga, whatever the fuck her last name is, said AI bias goes well beyond gender or race. In addition to the data and algorithm bias, AI is developed by humans, and humans are inherently biased. Surprise. Socioeconomics also causing inequality through AI, weakening ethics and goodwill because of AI. Along with technologists, journalists, and political figures, even religious leaders are sounding the alarm of AI's potential pitfall. In 2023 Vatican meeting, and in his message to the world in 2024, Pope Francis called for the nation to create and adapt a binding international treaty that regulates the development and use of AI. Pope Francis warned against AI ability to be misused and create statements that at first glance appears plausible but are unfounded and betrayed by bias. Autonomous weapon powered by AI, we all know that, we've seen that, it's called Terminator. In the movie, those weapons were created, AI took over them, and then John Connor had to save us from fucking humanity, or save us from robotic society. Financial crisis brought about AI algorithms. I spoke about that earlier. I talked about AI manipulating the financial world. We can absolutely see that happening. Excuse me. I know I'm jumping around trying to speed through this because I don't want to be on here fucking any longer than I have to be, at least tonight. The loss of human influence. Now this one's important to read. An over-reliance of AI technology could result in a loss of human influence, and a lack in human influence in some parts of society. Using AI in healthcare could result in reduced human empathy and reasoning. For instance, and applying generative AI to creative endeavors could diminish human creativity and emotional expressions. Interacting with AI systems too much could even cause reduced can even cause reduced peer communication and social skills, or lack of social skills. Sorry. Uncontrollable self-aware AI. This is again an important one to listen to. Where the fuck am I? Okay, there also comes a worry that AI will progress in intelligence so rapidly it will become sentient and act beyond human control, possibly in a malicious manner. Alleged reports of this sentience have already been occurring, with one popular account being the former Google engineer who stated that AI chatbot Lamoda, a sentient, and speaking to him as a person would. The AI's next big milestone involved making the system an artificial intelligence and eventually artificial superintelligence, requires a complete stop of this development. Yeah, I heard about that. Supposedly, they're working on a super intelligent AI. A super intelligent AI would be Skynet. Skynet is a super intelligent AI. This is an AI that can function by way of operating with thousands or millions of people at any given time all at once. So this AI could be talking to me about how to build my channel better, talking to Hudson Valley Prepping the Survival, how to run a business he's creating better, and so on and so forth. Being on the phone with somebody in customer service, this is super AI, all while in the background creating super soldiers on how to take out the human race, right? So this is a super AI, has the ability to operate on millions of levels all at once. That is in itself a little worrisome. So yes, that's where the whole like Terminator shit come from. Increased criminal activity. As AI technology has become more accessible, the number of people using it for criminal activity has risen. Online predators can now generate images of children, making it difficult for law enforcement to determine actual cases of child abuse, and even in the case where the children aren't physically harmed, the use of children's faces in AI-generated images present new challenges for protecting children online privacy. Well, listen, I believe kids shouldn't be online anyway, but that's just me. All the meanwhile, guys, to mitigate this problem, unfortunately, and a lot of people are not going to like this part, but to mitigate your kids' faces being online, you cannot share your kids' photos on Instagram, Facebook, X anymore. You shouldn't be doing it. I haven't done it ever. If you look on my, Facebook page, I have one video of my kids on Instagram, and that's the back of their heads, right? So I will not share a picture of them or video of them anymore. Now, I have done it in a live stream in the past. They are also adults now. I mean, they're getting to adult age. My 10-year-old, I will not put in any videos. I had a video with him in it once. I decided not to put him in the video, and thankfully, this is why I don't do it, because of this shit. So try not to put your kids' faces on the internet at all. If your kids have an account and they're under the age of fucking 16, get them off of the internet, because their faces are going to be registered in somebody's video or pictures, and that's a bad idea. Listen, that's not to say that somebody on a personal level who you know takes a picture of your kids and they send the image of your kids to like AI app that creates child illegal pictures, and then they do something with that. But you minimize that by keeping your kids off the internet. Like I said, my youngest kid right now, he wants a phone, he wants all this shit. He ain't getting a fucking thing. He doesn't get anything. Now, there was a question thrown out there: can AI cause human extinction? If AI algorithms are biased or used in a malicious manner, such as in the form of a deliberate disinformation campaign or autonomous lethal weapon, they could cause significant harm towards human, though as of right now, it's unknown whether AI has a capability of causing human extinction. It absolutely can. Like, yes, right now, no. I would say in another 2 to 5 years, yes. And like I said before, I have a buddy who operates and deals with nothing but AI, and he's already seen the warning signs. So we are undoubtedly, guys, headed in a direction that is not good. It's only going to get worse. More people are going to lose their jobs. I will guarantee you by the end of this year, people losing their jobs to AI, you have to research it. The news is not going to speak about it because they don't want people panicking. You have to actually Google this shit, and you will see certain companies letting go of people. In fact, if you Google companies looking to let people go to replace with AI, you're going to find tons of companies that have already done it, and tons of companies that are going to do it this year. If I recall correctly, there are 300 companies at the beginning of the year that got rid of a lot of employees due to AI. Hack an AI robot due to biz. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's definitely going to get out of control. Definitely going to get out of control. And, you know, being blackmailed by AI, I'm not even worried about it. I'm like, you could blackmail me, whatever the fuck AI bullshit you're going to put together, I'm not buying it. But there are people who will buy it. That's the problem. There are people that are not strong-willed enough to see through the bullshit, and they're going to sit there, look at the video, and go, oh my God, that's me with such and such. I can't let that get out. And they're going to flip out, panicking, and there you go. Yeah. That's definitely going to work for a lot of people. But certain people who are aware of AI or are privy to it, they're not going to buy into it. Like, not even a little bit. You know? But again, it's definitely a bad place to be, and it's only going to get worse. So as long as this AI thing is going unchecked, as it is right now, there are certain laws that are out there, but it's not doing enough. And if people are sitting in their homes pumping out videos upon videos and pictures upon pictures, that's bad. Yeah, man, that's really bad. So keep in mind, guys, try to keep your pictures off the internet. Try to keep pictures of your kids off the internet. I mean, if you're a grown adult and you don't give a fuck, then fine. But try to make sure that they don't have your kids' faces in any of these things. And you won't know. That's the other side of that coin. You won't know. You're only going to know if you're in that world. Right? So there could be a picture of your kid floating around the internet doing the hokey pokey dance. You're not going to know unless you're in that world. They're probably, you can definitely use an AI app. I heard of it. I'm going to see if I can get the name from my buddy, where you can scan your kid's picture and it will look all over the internet, including the dark internet, and find pictures of your kids floating around, or you or yourself or whatever it is. They have an app that scans for dating apps. So to make sure that your partner's not cheating, you give a picture of that person in the app, it scans the picture, and then it goes on all the dating sites to find your potential mate cheating, or to see if their profile's still up. It's a legit app. I was like, holy shit. So again, it's definitely something that you can use, but if I can get the name of that app, it can find pictures of your kids or whatever it is, and you can delete a lot of it, if I'm not mistaken, through the app. I think you can. But if not, you can also find the source, and you can go to that source and see if you can get rid of it there. But other than that, guys, I'm going to go off the air now. I'm going to jump on the bike for a little bit. I'm going to also get ready to sleep. I am tired. Miss John Johnson said, read 400 pages of Trump's bill that the House passed. Am I going to read the 400 pages? No. Am I going to skim through it? I absolutely will. Miss John Johnson, I'll definitely take a look at it. But yeah, I don't have that time, man. Look at 400 pages. But yeah, we'll see. And I don't know anything about the Golden Dome that Trump was talking about. I have no clue what that is. I'll have to look that up as well. Get yourself a smash burger. It's too late, so it's 10:30 right now. I'm just gonna go to bed, hungry. I did eat at like 5 o'clock or 6, but I'm starving now. But that's fine. It's part of fucking weight loss. You know, and part of weight loss is not giving in to your diet, you know, and eating bullshit. And anything you're gonna eat at this time of night anyway is bullshit, right? So anyway, guys, other than that, I will see you guys next Tuesday and Thursday for the double header, and I will have a Wednesday midweek report. I think Sunday I should be good for an Angry Pepper Fitness video, the first one in a while, a live stream in a while. Other than that, Oh, go to page 400 and start there. Roger that, Mrs. John Johnson. Other than that, guys, thank you, and I'll see you next week.